Become a supporter on Patreon. Thank you for the patrons on Diary of a Mystic Patreon. And thank you to Mystic Village. This is Diary of a Mystic. Welcome back to my channel. This is a predictive tarot reading surrounding the trial of Patrick Frazee and the murder of Kelsey Barrett. The focus of this reading is on Patrick Frazee and Crystal Lee. The reading itself has a general feel very much centered around his tactic or use of what will be his defense in the trial. I received the date of November 26th, which could be the date of either wrapping up the trial or this could be the end date. I know the trial is expected to last 3 weeks. I also got the number 18. This could be an actual date itself or length of days in terms of how long the trial may last. The energy of the reading, we start with the Hermit card in the first line. The energy that I'm picking up from the first line of the reading is the act or the singular act of someone who acted alone. There's also a strong male presence of authority, which could be indicative of Patrick Frazee himself and getting what he wanted and having his wish confirmed. He is also represented as being the one to delegate authority in the action of this cowardly act in the murder of Kelsey Barrett. There's also a energy of getting away with something and having a feel of winning, but in reality it's an empty victory. And the cowardly act may also have been in the name of love expressed to Crystal Lee. Do this for me because I love you and you love me. So there's a sense of this act was committed in, of course, a cowardly fashion because there was a promise of great love and commitment from Patrick to Crystal. I very much pick up on that. It was definitely, from what I'm getting, a singular act or someone who was acting alone. However, there's also a feel of more than one individual. There's also a business partnership or a partnership and secrets in the reading as well. There also may be something that is still hidden that may come out at trial or may be hidden, either that is still being secretively kept between Patrick and Crystal. This also may be something that there's a mystery involved in terms of the partnership between, of course, was secretive between Crystal and Patrick and of their relationship that we've heard about, but there's also still a secret or a mystery or something is still being hidden that may come out from Crystal because of her partnership plea deal that she took. So just keep that in mind. There's a lot of control and fear in the reading as well that's being indicative, especially surrounding Crystal herself, that was placed upon her, or that she may have felt a lot of control, possessiveness, fear, anxiety, worry as well. In the second line, we see the Queen of Rods energy, which I believe is the significator card for Crystal Lee herself, next to the Eight of Pentacles. This is doing something or executing a job that we've never done before. This is indicated or validating in the reading that she did something that she's, of course, never done before, which caused her great anxiety, caused her great fear, but she was being controlled by Patrick Frazee. So that's being validated in the reading. There's also a feel from the reading as well that I'm picking up on, that there's going to possibly be a hung jury in this case, or something's going to come about where there's going to be a real anticlimactic energy in the trial. There's also a great feel of suspended action coming in during the trial as well, that the jurors may be on the fence about something, which may cause a lot of shock to a lot of people in the potential outcome of the trial. I feel that Patrick Frazee has a lot of advantage against the opposition of the prosecuting attorneys. There's a sense of research, study. There's going to be something presented from his defense team that is researched or studied, or something that could be scientifically based. This could be DNA evidence. There's something that may be offered in the trial that is coming from a place of research, which is giving him a position of advantage. I also see that there is some kind of long-term I feel that someone is going to be found guilty and sentenced, but it's going to be for a short amount of a sentence. So essentially, I feel more from the reading in this first part that Crystal Kenny, or Crystal Kenny Lee, or Crystal Lee, whatever her name is, will serve a minimum or a maximum of 3 years. I feel that something is going to be presented that is going to give him advantage, whereupon she will have a long-term, longer sentence than he is. And I'll get to why I'm saying that in a minute. So there's definitely a feeling of something for her, or something being pointed to Crystal, that's going to be presented at the trial, where the jurors also may be on the fence about what they've been presented with, evidence, research, etc., or from her testimony, if she does take the stand, that they're going to be on the fence about. They're not going to be too sure about this. They're kind of going to be up in the air, and it may uh, very much be in Patrick Frazee's favor. I also feel that Patrick Frazee is going to defend, or there's going to be some sort of defense that may not be genuine, of course, or authentic in itself, but there's going to be more of him defending Kelsey rather than Crystal, obviously. There's a feeling coming in that there may be talk about in the trial that he wanted to be with Kelsey, he wanted to get back together with Kelsey, or he wanted to work on things with Kelsey. There's a false sense of security coming from him towards the relationship with Kelsey. The attitude is Crystal Lee is the sacrificial lamb in this, and he's going to throw her under the bus. He's leaning in his defense more towards, I was there for Kelsey. I loved Kelsey, and that feeling of defense towards the relationship in the trial, if you know what I'm saying. I also feel that the mom's testimony of Kelsey Barrett's mother is going to have a big help in restoration in trying to restore justice or have justice restored for Kelsey. There's a strong balance of emotion in her testimony that's going to be helpful in this case. However, that is not going to be enough. There's something coming in possibly where he may have a direction or a new direction may come into the trial where he may be freed from this. In the reading, there is a sense of movement surrounding him, and there's also independence surrounding him. I also see a new cycle for him in family and home. There's some sense of completion and then a cycle of new beginning. And unfortunately, that's what I see in the reading surrounding the trial. I don't see a concrete outcome of his conviction. And there's also a lot of defense or standing up for, which is ironic. There's going to be a sense of him or his defense team spinning this into he was defending Kelsey from Crystal. This was Crystal's idea. This was Crystal's idea, and spinning it like that. He's coming into the reading as being very defensive or defending Kelsey in the relationship that he had with her, which I know sounds crazy. The last card in the reading, we have the Six of Wands energy. This is victory and success. And this is leading out into the following 6 weeks. So I feel that there is some type of victory coming that is a victory or a win for him. I unfortunately see that. There's something that is lacking, and there's something in the trial that is going to cause or may commit the jurors to react in not making a decision, being on the fence. Something may be presented to them, and it's going to be shocking to a lot of people, or there may be some type of outcome that may be shocking to the public, like, I cannot believe this. So this is my first reading surrounding the trial. I focused on Patrick Frazee and Crystal Lee and the outcome of the trial. So if you're following this case, these are my insights. I may follow up and do follow-up readings to this in the following weeks, but I wanted to do a reading on this case as I've done several readings surrounding Kelsey Barrett herself, Crystal Lee, as well as Patrick Frazee. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Take care, stay blessed, and I'll speak to you soon.